Everything the light touches is our kingdom.
You rule all of that?
Yes, but a king's time as ruler rises and falls like the sun. One day, Simba, the sun will set on my time here and will rise with you as the new king.
So, I watched Mufasa The Lion King, and I've gotta say, after the not-so-tasteful 2019 live-action remake of The Lion King directed by Jon Favreau, I wasn't at all interested in seeing any other live-action Disney remake movie. Honestly, I did not like The Jungle Book. I thought that the Dumbo movie was disappointing, and I didn't like The Lion King. So I had no plans or appetite to watch another Disney live-action movie, especially when it came to The Lion King. Why would I want to see a made-up backstory on Mufasa that wouldn't even feel canon to the animated adaptations, which I consider to be the real Lion King stories? That was my attitude. But after seeing so many clips of this movie on TikTok, I was interested. I decided to go see it. It just looked interesting to me. I decided to go see it, and I've got to say, I really like this movie. I like a good tale between two brothers, and even though we know about these characters, this movie still gives us a fresh perspective and original origins for both Mufasa and Taka. This is driven by good storytelling, and it really enhances the 2019 film. The main problem that I had with the Lion King remake is that so much of it felt incredibly soulless. Like, I can appreciate the photorealism. I thought it was beautiful. But the movie itself, it just lacked so much soul and deep personality that I felt the 1994 animated movie had.
Oh, I shall practice my curtsy.
Don't turn your back on me, Scar.
Oh no, Mufasa. Perhaps you shouldn't turn your back on me.
Is that a challenge?
Temper.
Don't turn your back on me, Scar.
Oh no, Mufasa, perhaps you shouldn't turn your back on me.
Is that a challenge?
I wouldn't dream of challenging you again.
Yeah, right. I'm your only nephew.
All the more reason for me to be protective. An elephant graveyard is no place for a young prince. Oops.
An elephant what? Whoa.
Oh dear, I've said too much.
He said I can't go there. Ever.
And he's absolutely right. An elephant graveyard is no place for a young prince.
An elephant graveyard? Whoa.
Oh, dear, I've said too much.
It was a disappointment. I also didn't like the voice actor for Simba in the live action movie. I was like, why didn't they just get the same guy that voiced him in the animated films?
Simba's the rightful king.
The choice is yours, Scar. Either step down or fight.
The choice is yours, Scar. Step down or fight.
I still don't like the voice actor in the live action movie for Simba. I never understood why did they have James Earl Jones reprise his voice for Mufasa, but they didn't have Jeremy Irons for Scar, and they didn't have whoever did the voice for Simba. However, that being said, the Mufasa movie really improved over everything I disliked about The Lion King, and it improved over it so much so, I actually liked this movie more after watching Mufasa, because I watched them back to back. And when you watch Mufasa The Lion King, and then you watch The Lion King, everything is so much more elevated because of how much the prequel built up all these characters. The characters of Scar especially.
You can't win, Scar! This is my kingdom! My destiny!
When Scar talks about Sarabi choosing his brother over him, that holds more weight now. Scar's hatred and jealousy over Mufasa holds more weight now. Even his hatred for Simba carries more weight, because it's like, I was already supposed to be king, Now people worship my brother who also took the girl I wanted. He's been king for decades, and I'll be damned if his son starts telling me what to do as well. There's so much more character within all the characters now. Seeing Mufasa go from this humble young lion who had no interest in a throne but taught to respect all life, to this powerful king who can't even be challenged and is strong enough to take on entire armies by himself. I like that a lot. Now, I will say, while I understand Scar's darkness and anger, I do not believe his actions are justified. And I want to bring up this point. I want to talk about this because I've been seeing so many people on TikTok primarily debate Scar's actions and who was right between him and Mufasa and everything. And I think that is just stupid. I honestly think that the people who are on Team Scar are people you need to stay away from. At Scar's core, he was selfish and a coward. It's why he ran away when his mom was being attacked. It's why he didn't protect Sarabi and hid while she was almost trampled over. It's also why he couldn't see how much his brother loved him. From the very beginning, Mufasa treated him like a brother. He tried teaching him how to talk to the girl they both wanted. Even though Mufasa liked Sarabi, he kept trying to make her see Scar. And people bringing up the fact that, oh, Scar saved Mufasa's life. Yeah, Scar saved Mufasa's life, even though he wouldn't have had to save his life if he didn't put him in danger in the first place. That's like me setting somebody's house on fire and then I run in to go save their life and my arm gets cut off or burnt off or whatever in the process, and it's like, I saved your life. Yeah, you saved their life, but you're the one who put them in danger. You wouldn't even have had to save their life if you didn't put them in danger. At the end of the day, Scar was a coward. And that's why he never earned anyone's respect. That has nothing to do with Mufasa. But even after everything he did, even after he tried to kill Mufasa, Mufasa still showed love and forgiveness and allowed him to live in the Pride Lands. Refused to see him as an enemy, only saw him as a brother, allowed him access to his nephew. Mufasa is better at heart and soul than Scar is. I do not understand the people that is like, oh, yeah, Scar was in the right. What? But back to the movie, I really liked it. I really enjoyed it. I can't believe I enjoyed it way more than I thought I would, honestly. I really like the albino colonizing lions as well. And instead of adopting The Lion King Part 2 and just making that live action, I appreciate them doing something totally new and original, adding to the lore of The Lion King and showing the importance of family. Kiros was an incredible villain. Kiros was a better villain than Zira, and I think he's a better looking villain than Scar. My favorite part with Kiros was when he brought up the whole circle of life thing. Everybody who watches The Lion King knows about the circle of life. Mufasa explained it. Kiros took that line and completely shitted on it, saying that is a lie. That's just a pretty way of saying there are predators and prey, which when you think about it, he's kind of right. I really liked him a lot. I liked the way he looked. I liked his voice. I liked how all the animals in this one had more facial expressions. It just added to the various characters. The only thing I didn't like about this movie was the comedic relief with Timon and Pumbaa. Their comedic relief never hit to me. They didn't really even need to be in the movie. Like, these two never needed screen time. Maybe it's just me, but I've actually never found these two funny, even in animation. Honestly, I think that it's a waste of time with them on screen. I think you could have this exact same movie without those two characters, literally. That's the only thing I didn't like about this movie. Whenever the story of Mufasa was being told, I think the movie was good. When they cut back to Timon and Pumbaa, I thought, it's like, can we get back to the movie? It's like, literally, that's the only thing I didn't like about the film. But other than that, Mufasa The Lion King is a very, very good movie. And it's funny because when it comes to The Lion King, I like the first movie fine, but I think the second movie is better. And it's the same thing with the live action remakes. It's like the first movie was fine, but the second movie is way better. I'd give this movie an 8 out of 10. I'm not a fan of musical movies with characters breaking out into songs, but I actually thought the songs in this was good as well. So overall, yeah, Mufasa The Lion King, Very good movie. I think you should see it. As always, guys, these were just my thoughts and opinions. Let me know yours down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.